Hey everyone, Tin Man here, back with some more Dota Underlords, playing ranked mode. Got pretty good lobby, or hopefully we can win and get 95 points. That'd be a pretty nice pickup. So what do we got here in turn one? We've got a Tiny. I think Tiny is like probably the best turn one pickup nowadays. His stun is just so impactful at 2-star. The warrior tag is just extremely powerful, as I discussed in my tier list video earlier today. The warriors are just like really popular in the meta right now, and while you don't really play Tiny in the end game with those warriors, you generally want to cut him for like Kunkka or something by the late game. He is really good to build you on that path, and he is very respectable at for most of the game, especially in the early game. Gonna pick up a Gloves of Haste here. Currently attack speed is just much more impactful than attack damage in terms of just like raw damage output. Certainly once you hit like any 2-star unit, really, Gloves of Haste will start to pull ahead. Especially if you pick up somebody like Slarter, who has very high base auto attack damage. See, he's got 85 base damage, so that means that this Gloves of Haste is kind of like multiplying 25% of that 85. Whereas if you have like the plus 30 attack damage, it'll increase that by 30, which would give him a little bit more damage right now. But by the time you get anything up to 2-star, that 25% is going to be a lot bigger than a flat 30%. Or flat 30 damage, rather. So, picked up a second good warrior, so we've got a good core here. We've got two people who are on double Bloodseeker, somebody on double Bounty Hunter, a double Tiny. So a lot of people with pairs out there. Could pick up an Embarrassment of Riches or another Gloves of Haste. Probably not going to go for Brooch of the Martyr. You know, I'm kind of feeling just more damage items. Embarrassment of Riches is pretty good on turn 1, but on turn 2 you're already losing some of its usefulness. And I'm going to do my formation like this so that hopefully Beastmaster can rack up a lot of these kills. Not that I'm like really sold that I want to go Beastmaster, considering there's at least one other person who's looking at playing Beastmaster. So I'm not entirely sure that I want to commit to like a Brawny strategy that would really want a lot of rerolls. But if I'm going to pick him up here, there's no reason not to get him as many kills as possible. So you see he got 5 of those 6 possible kills. So we can put him in, or I can put in Ogre Magi. I kind of like Ogre Magi. There's a Blade Mail. We already have 2 Gloves of Haste, and a third one would be cool, but I'm actually not opposed to Blade Mail if we're going to go like a Warriors build, and it's also pretty good with Ogre Magi just because he has so much health, 800 health compared to, you know, the 650, 600 that's pretty common among most tier 1 units. And I think what we're actually going to do is something like this kind of a formation, such that Ogre Magi will take like a second to cast his Bloodlust ability, and then as he's doing that, our other guys are going to walk forward, and then hopefully we kind of present a unified front. Whereas if I put him right up front, he's going to take a couple attacks before he even gets to start his cast. Because he got his cast, we got a pretty even distribution of attacks. 2 people on Ogre. Ooh, that was a big Lina. Big Lina ult there. That was kind of frustrating. Looks like we're going to lose this one. That's okay, though. We'll pick up a pair of Bat Riders here and then also get a free reroll. Always happy to pick up pairs. So let's take a look at what's going on around the table. We've got one person on Elusive, one person on Assassins. Who was that other person who had the pair of Bloodseekers? They're kind of looking at Scrappies. One person on Hunters. And no one really looking at Knights. So we'll hold on to these Bat Riders, keep that as a possibility. Ooh, we got the Slarter 2-star. That's really big. That is really big. Let's put in the Beastmaster here, maybe give him a Gloves of Haste. While Slarter would benefit more from the Blade Mail, I think the DPS increase from the Gloves of Haste is just going to be better. Pick up the Beastmaster to complete the pair here, and I mean, if we win, we pick up the Shadow Shaman. If we lose, we use the reroll and might have to sell some stuff off to buy what we might want. I think we're going to win this one, though, because they don't have... Well, they have a Hunter synergy, but we have a 2-star, so it'll be close. I think we should win because 2-star Slarter is really powerful. But he's getting focused down by these Hunters, so like I said, it's close, but looks like we got it. Nice. So we'll pick up a pair of Shadow Shaman. I really don't like Shadow Shaman as a unit. He just has really bad stats. Low damage, low DPS. low health, just everything just kind of stinks, and his alliances are nothing to write home about. The troll bonus is better achieved with Bat Rider and Witch Doctor in the early game, and if you're going to the late game and you want to play 4 trolls, pick something else, because 4 trolls is just not very good. It's not really worth playing really bad units like Shadow Shaman or Bat Rider in like a Warrior Warlock composition in order to get that. There is another warrior which I definitely do want over like this Beastmaster here, just so we get a little bit more tankiness on our guys. And I'm not going to sell off for interest here. What we could have done instead of buying anything was sold off our pairs of Bat Rider Shadow Shamans to get up to 9 gold, because I don't really like these units very much. I don't think they're very strong. Certainly don't go towards what we're going towards right now with the warriors. But that being said, of course, that only gets me to 9 gold, and then it basically, I'm betting that I'm going to win the round and hopefully get that gold back up to 10 for interest. I guess I could have also sold off the Ogre Magi. Maybe that could have made some sense. But we won the round anyway. We didn't go up to interest. Not really interested in these mages. Mages are something that are definitely good in the meta, but they kind of are like something that you go into later on, rather than something that you pick up early. Actually, I'm more happy to pick up a Puck than a pair of Shadow Shamans, to be perfectly honest, especially if we have the Crystal Maiden. Yeah, see, I mean, Morphling is fine towards mages, but I pretty much need to sell off to get interest here. By round 7, you should at least get to 10 gold. And I think what I want to do is just sell off the mages here, because I don't have anything to 2-star. Like, if I had a 2-star Morphling instead of a 2-star Slarder, I'd be much more inclined to go towards mages. But I have the 2-star Slarder already, and that doesn't lock me into warriors, but it's a really strong draw towards warriors, because 2-star Slarder does a whole lot of good work. Does a ton of damage in this early game. Let's take a look at his damage output. Yeah, he's like triple everybody else's damage. Granted, he had the Bloodlust from Ogre Magi, but still. Even so. Oh no, the Anti-Mage is still alive. Oh no. Oh, if we could have killed him, we might have won that. Alright, let's pick up the Axe, the pair of Morphlings, Wind Ranger, and the reroll. There's a Witch Doctor I guess I might want, and a Drow Ranger. I'm just buying everything to keep my options open here, because we can go towards Hunters. There's one other person on Hunters, so maybe not. But we just have like so many pairs of Hunters here. I think I'm going to sell off the Assassins, because I don't think we're going to go that direction, and I'm going to sell off the Bat Riders, because I don't think we're going to go towards Knights. And I can't realistically get up to 20 gold here without breaking up more pairs. And I'd rather keep pairs here. We've got pairs of Beastmaster Axe, Drow Ranger, Wind Ranger, and the Slarder, which is like a really good start towards this kind of the 3 warriors, 3 hunters, reroll 3-star build. And even though one other person is kind of going towards that, if we just complete all these things to 2-star, I'm kind of inclined to do it. So we lost, so let's get the reroll. Okay. Yes, please. So there's a lot of upgrades there. So I think we can move away from Ogre Magi. There's a Witch Doctor upgrade too. He's never like one that I would think to put in this kind of build, but he could certainly work. Not a big fan of Tusk. Put in the Drow Ranger. I guess there was another Tusk there. I'm actually going to sell off the Lycan to get back up to 10 gold. I typically always like to get up to 20 gold by this point in the game. By round 8 or 9, I really want to get up to 20 gold. But the fact of the matter is that we have so many pairs and we just completed so many upgrades that I think it's fine to kind of stick to 10 gold for a turn or two, just to keep our pairs of Beastmaster and Wind Ranger, because we're one away from completing those. I guess there was a Tusk here. Maybe I didn't need to sell off the Tusk, but I could have sold off Mr. Warlock instead. No matter. pretty good shape. We do want to get 2-star and something else here. Preferably both. Do not. So now the question becomes what to do to get up to 20 gold on this turn. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to sell off a pair of Tinies and the Mr. Warlock. I'm going to throw in the Beastmaster who has 6 kills. And it's a creep round. And then we'll buy the Pudge after interest locks in and use that to grab the warrior bonus back for next round. I don't think we need the warrior bonus to beat this creep round, since Axe is pretty tanky. We've got a Slarder for lots of damage. We should be fine. But then we'll swap the Pudge back in now that interest is locked in. And that'll give us the Heartless bonus with the Drow Ranger. And yeah, maybe we do go this 3 warrior, 3 hunter, 3-star build. I'm just really concerned because somebody else is very clearly going for it as well. And I don't have a ton of gold right now. Falcon Grace doesn't really help that strategy. I guess Brooch of the Aggressor is fine on the Witch Doctor, I guess. Oh, I forgot to buy the extra Anti-Mage. That's whatever. I wasn't going to use him anyway. I don't know, maybe we don't end up with this build. I really don't want to compete with somebody else for it. And like the pair of Chaos Knights is like another possible avenue we could go down. And the build doesn't really use Witch Doctor. We just kind of accidentally got a 2-star Witch Doctor. Because I just like picked one up, and then we got a pair, and then we got all 3. I wasn't really trying for it. We just managed to find it. He doesn't really fit in with anything else we're doing. I mean, he's a good unit right now, just because, like, look at all the stuns he's putting out. He actually has reasonably good damage, too. So it's not like it's a bad unit to have. But maybe it's not the best. Because it is sinking a lot of gold into him. I'd much rather him be a 2-star Beastmaster, and I could sell him off. Or I just would never have spent the 6 gold on him, and I would have spent it on Beastmaster, and maybe get a couple more points of interest over the turns. That would have definitely been preferable. But no matter, we're gonna keep on playing with what we got. Slarder keeps coming. Slarder axes keep coming. There's at least somebody else on Knights, so I don't think Knights are gonna happen. I just want to save up my interest. I just want to get up to the most gold possible here, because we are pretty low. Because look at our net worth. It's 10 gold behind somebody who's right behind us. It's a couple gold less than somebody above us, and so it's 10 below somebody. That's really bad at this point. I think we win this. Yeah, we do. Wait, maybe. Witch Doctor. You got this, buddy. You got this. Nice. Not even close. Oh, that was the person right above us, too. Nice. We stopped their win streaks. That'll close the net worth gap a little bit. Can speculate on like a 3-star, like 3-cost hunters rather. If we got some more Lycans or snipers, maybe we go like a big hunters build rather than small hunters build. But didn't really pan out because I want to get back up to 40 gold, and there's another Slarder, so maybe we are going to go on this reroll strategy. Maybe. We don't have a 2-star Beastmaster yet, which is really the disappointing part. And that's interesting. This other person who's doing the hunters and like the same kind of the Beastmaster Wind Ranger strategy has leveled up to 6, which is typically not advised at this point if you're going to be going for as many 3-stars as possible, because leveling up to 6 actually decreases your odds of getting tier 2 units. And if your whole build is built around Beastmaster, Slarder, Wind Ranger, getting to your level 6, not very helpful if you want to get these guys to 3-star. So maybe that opens up a possibility for us, even if there will be a little bit of competition for it. We do have a free reroll here, but I'm going to wait till next round and probably use it because I don't actually even know if we're going to have excess gold. We might be exactly 50. We won't be at the exact 50, but if we win, we'll get to 50 gold. Yeah, so I think I just sit here, and hopefully we win the round. It can be tough because we are obviously a level under everyone else. Everyone else is at level 6. We're at level 5. So we got one less person, but if we win, we do get up to 50 gold for interest this turn. It's not looking likely. This is the exact opponent we were facing, who has like our synergies, but better. So, does not seem very likely to me. No. Not quite. Alright, gotta use our free reroll here. Hey, there's some answers. There's the Beastmaster. At some point, we're going to be cutting this Witch Doctor, so it might just be now. He was good for a while. It kind of stinks because I'm going to be selling him and like losing some net worth, right? Because I spent 6 gold to get him, but I'm only going to sell it for 4. But I think this is the plan we're going to go for. We found the Beastmaster. It's late. He's definitely late to the party. But I think this is the best we can do at this moment. So our game plan now is to just reroll a whole lot between this turn and next turn, and just try to find more Beastmasters, and then try to get close to 3-star and Axe, Wind Ranger, Slarter, Drow Ranger. Don't know if it's going to work out, but we'll find out. Probably can just use the reroll right now. Nothing. Might reroll a couple times here. I'm not going to look at any like bigger hunters. There's a Wind Ranger, because she'll be in as our next unit. Whenever we do get up to 6 naturally on round 17, we'll put Wind Ranger in to get the hunter bonus. Guess you can go over here. But yeah, we're going to... I think this is kind of the correct formation. I want to keep my important units kind of isolated in the back here. There's a Vanguard, which is a very good defensive item. Also a Target Buddy, which is just really powerful as well. I think Target Buddy loses a little bit of value compared to Vanguard by this point in the game. And I'm going to give Vanguard to the Beastmaster to let him be as tanky as possible. Alright, let's use some rerolls here. There's an Axe. There's a Pudge and a Slarter. So we'll buy those after interest locks in here, and we're probably going to reroll down to like 30 gold after this round, just to get a little bit closer while I'm still at level 5. Because leveling up to 6 also decreases the chance of tier 1 and tier 2 units, both of which are the ones we want. There's another Slarter. There's a 3-star Slarter. That is perfect. Okay, he's definitely going to carry us for a bit here. Want to get 2-star Pudge. Okay. I might even do more. Yeah. Might go down to 20 gold here. And then when we finish the round, we'll go back up to 50 or to 30 gold, and then we can sit on 30 gold for our interest for this round, and kind of rebuild our gold total back up. Now that we've got our whole board 2-star and 1 3-star unit, and it's kind of like, it's not as big as the Beastmaster 3-star, but it's a very, very powerful 3-star unit who will deal out a lot of damage. So I'm pretty happy with the situation we're in right now. Our net worth is definitely going to be a lot lower than everyone else because we just spent a bunch of rerolls and no one else does. But our composition is also much more powerful. So we should get on a nice win streak. We're 1 away from Axe 3-star. This Brute of the Aggressor can go back to Wind Ranger. It's not very useful on Pudge. He's going to gain plenty of mana by just taking damage. And hopefully 3-star Slarter will make quick work of them. Ooh, Beastmaster right in the middle. That's not good. He did get his cast off though, but he didn't get any kills. Slarter doing a ton of work. Actually, Wind Ranger's doing even more. I'm just looking at Slarter, like assuming he's top damage, but I guess his armor shred contributes to a lot of that damage. Anytime he's like casting Corrosive Haze, basically makes that target take like double or triple damage, at least physical damage, because of that. Minus 45 armor is really big. All right, more Drow Rangers, good stuff. Person is still doing well, but they've leveled up to 8 already. Okay, yeah, they're not going to be rerolling for 3-star Beastmasters. We don't have any extra above our 2-star here. That's a little concerning. I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put these guys a little bit further forward to hopefully block, like hopefully Beastmaster doesn't take aggro on anybody first. Like last time he got right in the middle of the fight and just didn't do much. Now he kind of comes in on the side, doesn't take quite as much damage at the start, and he hopefully can get a cast off and then some autos with the amplified damage. Yeah, see, he actually had a much bigger impact in this fight because of it. Because of that reposition. It was good. He is pretty resilient because of the Vanguard, obviously, but any little bit helps. We don't want him tanking everything. We want Axe and Pudge tanking everything. Axe has a surprising number of kills, 12 kills versus 13 for Beastmaster, and he's only going to get more as he gets Blade Mail up to 3-star as well. He'll be very good and tanky, dealing lots of damage with that Blade Mail. Currently in first with this build, doing pretty good. I like where this is going. Still really far from 3-star Beastmaster, and that's what's concerning to me right now. That is my main concern at the moment. Nothing else is really of much concern to me. Just how much longer will it take to get a 3-star Beastmaster? Because that's going to be an important part. What unit do we want to put in next? Because eventually we're going to get to level 7. There's 2 mage players, so you definitely have a consideration for another scaled because you want the magic resistance. So Tidehunter is a very logical choice, but in the absence of that, you could work with Slark, you could work with Medusa, you could work with a lot of different things. A lot of different things you could work with. Ooh, this is not looking so great. Where is it? Oh, it is looking so great. Nice. Axe got a couple kills. Beastmaster got quite a number as well. Pretty good. A little scared there when our Slarter went down. But I don't think we're going to pick up any of these guys for our next unit. Because if you notice, none of them contribute any alliances towards anything we have. Really, it's a scale that we're most looking for, or just like a good hunter or a good warrior like Doom, Kunkka, or Doom Kunkka for warriors, or scaled like Medusa, Slark, Tidehunter. It's a creep round coming up here, so no real reason to do much. Got some excess gold, and there's 3 different 1-cost units here, so I'm going to reroll so I could blacklist them. And kind of the same logic again. Pick up the Wind Ranger. And there's a couple 2-cost units. Still going to blacklist those. Yeah, I'll keep on rerolling here. Trying to just get things up to 3-star. Since we're pretty close to Axe. And it doesn't really cost us anything because we just want to reroll our excess above 50 for the foreseeable future until we get most of these units up to 3-star. Axe are the first priority, but then Beastmaster is like the second most important. Probably Pudge is probably the least important if I have to make bench space here, but hopefully we just find the Axe and are good to go. Ooh, all 3 of these are really great in this build. I think Mask of Madness is the best. Slapping that on Drow Ranger is pretty good. So we'll do that. There's some Wind Rangers. There's the Axe. Perfect. That clears up so much bench space. Actually going to move the Vanguard over to Pudge and move the Gloves of Haste to Beastmaster. So hopefully he deals a bit more damage, and our front line is even a bit more tankier now that we've got the 3-star Axe and a much more resilient Pudge as well. Ooh, this person's up level 9. Dang. Oh, this is the person that we thought was going to like be in the same reroll strat we were, and they've leveled up to 9, whereas we're still at 6. But we're going to beat them. Like, this is not going to be a very close fight because a lot of their units are still at 1-star. Actually, it is going to be a pretty close fight now that I'm seeing this. We had trouble getting through here. I think we still get it. Yeah, they can't kill this Axe. Not without killing themselves first on Blade Mail. Okay, sweet. A little closer than I thought it was going to be. They had a lot of healing in that back line, but yeah, even a 3-level difference just doesn't matter when, you know, half your units are 1-star and half, or I guess a third of mine are 3-star. definitely can make up that difference. Gonna reroll, once again, just reroll our excess above 50. And hey, there's another Beastmaster. I forgot we're still looking for those. We also picked up the Pudge, or not the Pudge, the Tidehunter, because as we mentioned before, that's probably our next unit in, mainly just for the scaled bonus, but he also provides good CC, especially if we get him to 2-star. And we're just going to sit at 50 gold for the max interest every turn until we get probably like 2 more things to 3-star. The Drow Ranger and Wind Ranger are the closest, but Beastmaster is like the most preferred. If I could pick anything to get 3-star in this build, it's Beastmaster. But obviously we're not very close to that. Just because he's the biggest damage dealer in most cases. Alright, there's a lot of people on Slarder. I'm really glad we got a 3-star Slarder before they got so many of them to kind of steal them out of the pool. Another Drow Ranger. So now we're 1 away from 3-star Drow Ranger. There it is! Ugh. Just ask nicely and the game will give it to you. Easy enough. There's another Beastmaster too. So things are looking pretty good. I just saw somebody got a 3-star Timber Saw. That's kind of scary. That is definitely scary. It has a Blink Dagger too. I'm going to kind of offset the Beastmaster here, but hopefully if we fight them, they're going to blink to this Beastmaster instead of blinking right into everybody. Ooh, that Slark is in a really good spot to jump right on our Drow Ranger, who's going to be like our big damage dealer because of the 3 stars and the Mask of Madness, but doesn't even come close to mattering. Everybody else just cleans up. Very nice. I really like playing against these Eidolons too, because they give us a lot of kills on our Beastmaster. Let's pick up the extra Beastmaster before I forget. 7-round win streak. That's nice. Let's keep that going. It's going to just keep rerolling until we find these things. Not going to play the Alchemist. There's another Beast. And we'll pick up the Pudge here after interest locks in. And, right, so, yeah, so on round 25 is probably when we want to level up to 7, because we're actually going to get our 7th item. And we'll have to ditch an item if we don't put the Tidehunter in. And it only costs us 10 gold at that point to level up to 7. So we're going to do that here on this turn. We probably lose here, actually. That's a 2-star Doom and a 2-star Arc Warden. And it's probably better than anything we got going on. We really need a couple more 3 stars to really compete with the 2-cost of, or the 2-star 4-cost units. Yeah. Darn it! That was our window to get the win streak completed. We definitely can compete with these types of builds that have 2-star on the 4-cost units, but we do need a couple more 3-star units. We need the 3-star Beastmaster for the damage output, and even like the 3-star Pudge for the tankiness. I'm going to use the free reroll here at level 6. Just has slightly better odds of the 1 in tier 2 units. Actually, no, it doesn't even change. Never mind. I thought it decreased my odds. And since I'm not looking for tier 1 units anymore, I probably should have leveled first. Yeah, that was probably a mistake. I got a lot of tier 1 units and I don't need them. I thought it decreased my chance of tier 2 units. That's my mistake. Anyway, so we're going to level up to 7 here after the creep round has started. And there's 2 mages out there. It's a Puck with a Moon Shard. Puck is not the typical one you expect with a Moon Shard. I'm just debating whether I want to put in the Tidehunter or Beastmaster. I think it might be Beastmaster. Like, Tidehunter is nice, but I think I need damage output. I didn't actually realize how low health the whole lobby is. We're still at 70. Second place is at 38. That's really low. That's like, I didn't expect it to be that big a gap. I wasn't paying that close of attention to it, but we've been crushing it. I knew we were on a win streak, but I didn't realize that everybody else, that like no one else was very much alive. Second place being at 38 health on around 25 is really low. There's a Bracers of Desperation, and that's going to go well on a Beastmaster or a Tidehunter. Preferably you get the Tidehunter to 2-star before you put that out there, but it's even good on the Beastmaster right now just to hopefully get a second set of axes off. Actually going to swap these 2 around. And now I think we're like, never gonna level up again, so I'm just gonna reroll a couple times here. There's Wind Ranger. Okay, sweet. Yeah, we're gonna lose a couple points of interest, but I'm okay with that to pick up the Wind Ranger. To 2-star here. And yeah, if we can get a 3-star Beastmaster, 3-star Pudge, 2-star Tidehunter, then we can just call it a day. That's probably good enough to win the game. And then we would just save up gold, level up to 8, put literally anybody in. Anybody who we think is good. Alchemist is a good option because he has the armor shred. But there's a lot of good options once we get to level 8. And we're healthy enough to really get there, and we're still winning against people who also are win streaking. So that really shows exactly how powerful we are right now. There we can see the Beastmasters did pretty good damage, but actually because we got the Wind Ranger upgrade, I think I want to stick with the Tidehunter just to give me that insulation against mage compositions. I guess we did just beat 1 mage composition, but there's another one out there that's running 6 mages that I am a little bit afraid of. So I'm gonna get the scale bonus because I don't really need the Beastmaster for the damage output. I need the protection because we have the Wind Ranger for damage output now. We're 1 away from Beastmaster 3-star. I'm like really tempted to reroll down, but I'm gonna restrain myself a little bit here because we're not really in danger. We just won last round. We're at 70 life. There's no reason to get like super greedy. Like if I was down at 21 life, like you know, second, third place would be, I would definitely be rerolling down to 0 to try to find this Beastmaster upgrade. But here it doesn't really make too much sense because we're still relatively powerful. And there's no sense in doing that just here. Nice, the Doom on Tidehunter. I don't care about Tidehunter. He's just there for the scaled bonus. And if that Doom's not going on my Wind Ranger or my Drow Ranger, then I'm A-okay with that. Ooh, that's a Scythe of Eyes. Their Doom is still going to lose this. Ugh. How much damage is their Doom doing? 5k. Not as much as our Drow Ranger, but everybody else kind of stunk it up there. So we need to better protect our Wind Ranger against Pudges. And I think I'd rather have Drow Ranger hooked in than the Wind Ranger. So I think we're just going to make this swap. Now we can use our free reroll. And now I'm going to reroll down because we did lose. Okay, I don't even need to reroll that far down. It's just that easy. I guess because no one else has any Beastmasters anymore. We're still 2 away from Pudge, but he's a little bit lower of an impact unit than to upgrade than the damage dealers. So I think the game plan here is I'm just going to save up gold for the next couple turns. We're going to save up gold till like round 31 or even later. And then just level to 8 and think about who I want to put in at 8. Typically some kind of 4-cost unit that I can just get to 2-star and it'll just be impactful on its own. So Alchemist, there's really no alliances we can complete with a single unit, so there's no like obvious choice. But like Alchemist, Doom, Kunkka, all very impactful units. Other hunters like Marana, if we manage to find a Medusa, but that would be pretty hard because we have to get to level 8 first. Hey, there's a Tidehunter. Yeah, I'll pick that up. It does cost me the 1 point of interest, but I don't care. So now that he's much more tanky, we're going to move him a little bit more front and center and kind of spread out like this. Maybe this way. Maybe that way, actually. So that Pudge hooks somebody and the hunters just shred it down right away. Alright, that's a 2-star Disruptor, but we're reasonably spread. Nice, good. Oh, nice, double Tide Alt before they get a Disruptor Alt off. That wins the fight easily. And our backline hunters were untouched, so that should be pretty good. We don't deal a ton of damage to them. Actually, we do deal 9. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. They don't have an Aegis, do they? Alright, they're out of here. Scrappy mages, get out. Not too bad. That's another big benefit of this composition is that, like, if you win, you deal a ton of damage to them because you probably are leaving, like, 6 or 9 stars still in play. You know, even if they kill a couple of units, they're going to take a lot from all your 3-star units. Alright, so Sniper, not really, you know, I want to put in even at 2-star. He's much more of a, like, really good at 3-star. You know, we'll just pump gold. On the lookout for things like Marana, Tidehunter, or Kunkka Doom. Yeah, oh, another Tidehunter. I'll take that too. What else? What else would we want? Just one of those. Just really one of those 4-cost or 5-cost units. I'd take a 5-cost unit, even though it's going to be pretty hard to try to level up to 2-star. Bunch of people still in Arc Wardens. What is our main competition here? There's still only one mage out there in the field, or one mage build. There's a warrior build. There's a... What is this? Like, just a demon hunter build? Like a demon's demon hunter? That's really weird. Ooh, these are some good options. Oh, I think I want the refresher orb for the Beastmaster. I think that's better. I think refresh orb's better here, and then I think I want the gloves on the Wind Ranger, and then I just save my Void Stone for whoever I find next, which I might just try to find now. There's an Arc Warden who could work, or there's an Alchemist who could work. I think Alchemist is a touch better. Doom? Well, probably not Arc Warden. I'm gonna pick up the Doom, and then just whatever we find to 2-star first is gonna be the better long-term option. I think, given the fact that we don't have Alchemist is not terribly effective against warriors because they already have a ton of armor, and shredding it just a little bit doesn't help you as much as it would against some of the weaker comps. It looks like we're shredding them anyway. I may never even need to make a decision. Looks like I should just be focusing on like what's going to be best against this build, this like Demon Knights Warlock thing. And like I think it's either Doom or Alchemist. Alchemist because they're already really squishy, and Armor Shred just means we're gonna just demolish them with damage. But Doom because if he gets a lucky Doom, he can hit hit a very important target, and that would probably be best. Double Marana? Don't really want Necrophos or Kunkka at this point. Probably not Marana's. I'm going to keep Troll Warlord in here for the moment. He'd be the best option if we get him to 2-star, of course. We can actually then give him the Mask of Madness, and he would just go crazy. Oh, here's a test run. We're going to find out exactly how strong this opponent is. Looks like we're going to need to shift Tidehunter over to the right in order to beat this guy a little bit better, because he did not hit the Terrorblade with his current positioning. So we need to kind of shift over to the right and hit the Terrorblade. Didn't really matter because we crushed him, but that could have been a danger. So if I just do this, I think that dramatically improves our matchup against them. Alright, so, and then what's the deal with the 6 mages? Where are they positioned? The Tidehunter positioning is just fine against them too. I'm going to move Pudge up a step against this mage build here so that hopefully some of the humans attack Pudge and leaves Tidehunter untouched in terms of human silences. Alright, we got the Alchemist, so I think a 2-star Alchemist is going to do us better than the 1-star Troll Warlord here. And I'm going to be a little bit spread out with him, because he doesn't need to take damage in order to get his attack off, because he has the Void Stone, so he doesn't really need it. And like they have very little defensive capabilities in this build. Like they just have -8 armor right now. We're just going to completely shred them. They have high damage output, but so do we. And we shred their armor, and they just have nothing left. So we just slice and dice right through them. All right, and that's it. First place. We knocked out both people because we had the Phantom on the other board. That was awesome. We don't even need to get Pudge to 3-star. Of course, we could have, and then our whole board's 3-star, except for the 4-cost units, which were 2-star. And so that was sweet. That is how you play the 3-star reroll build. You don't level up until like round 25. You get bunches of things to 3-star. I was a little concerned that there was that one player who was going to be contesting us. I think it was Mac down here. But they ended up moving away from it. They didn't reroll as hard as we did. And it worked out great in the end. So that's This build certainly can win in the meta, but if you're heavily contested and don't get the units, it doesn't work out that well. Hope you enjoy this. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.